that will infuriate and anger both of you.
You've got interesting Russell Wilson data?
I do.
What year is this? 2023?
No, from last year. It's Will Keys and I put together this.
He's
index.
pregnant, isn't he?
He is not pregnant.
If Will's helping you with anything Russell Wilson related, technically I own that.
It's called the bathroom to touchdown.
Oh, yeah. The bathroom to touchdown ratio is so 2022. Let's get that right. He has at least 25 bathrooms per touchdown now.
What's it called, Adam?
To Clickbait Sports, ladies and gentlemen. The number one sports podcast where we have rehearsed exactly what we're going to be talking about for multiple hours beforehand. We have a great show lined up for you. I'm Scooter Magruder. And, of course, I'm joined by none other than the legendary.
Yes! 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 Thank you, Lord Taco.
Not me.
Was worried about Rich.
Taco.
This month. This better be for me. Hold on.
We are poor NFL YouTubers in the middle.
You better say the line.
Dude, I'm glad it's not me,
tacos
man.
I could
I've
buy
got enough
with
punishments to deal with.
$100.
Who did that go to?
Me.
Perna.
El Perma.
Right.
Lord
He's gotta
Taco
be
is the
punished.
greatest.
I think you should have to buy. That would be your punishment. You should buy the equivalent amount of money in tacos and have to eat them.
That would honestly be a great, just go to Taco Bell, and it can't be great food. You just go to
Can I
Taco Bell.
find a better taco shop and spend $100 on tacos and see if I can eat it all?
No,
maybe a better local business. Yeah, go local business.
Yeah, I'm gonna go local business.
Okay, that's fine.
There's some good taco shops, man.
I would love to see you attempt to eat several $100s worth of tacos.
That's what
I can put
Just buy $100 worth of tacos.
But as I was saying, we have a jam-packed show today, full of exciting information. We've got the whole crew here today. Guys, what should we discuss first amongst the litany of issues available?
I want to hear about Adam's Russell Wilson thing first. I cut you off, Adam, because you started to say bathroom, and I thought you were about to go off on some weird tangent, but after I clicked it, I realized it was the Russell Wilson thing. So what's this info you had that was gonna make Tree and I angry about Russ?
So after this video, it's not gonna make Tree. It's actually gonna make Tree happy. So after this video, I'm coming out with the video on which stats are predictive indicators of success for next year, and so you gambling addicts should watch that video, or anybody that's interested in your team. Like basically in baseball, you have when they went through Moneyball with analytics, they discovered that team ERA and on-base percentage correlated with winning. Well, in football, there are some certain stats that are very predictive for next year. One of them being touchdown rate, which is number of passes per touchdown. And Russell Wilson was third best last year in terms of touchdown rate. So that makes it seem, if you're following that as predictive indicator, Russell Wilson might actually be good in Pittsburgh next year. So if I'm a gambling person, I would take the over on whatever his touchdown projection is, and I would think that the Steelers would actually be decent.
I mean, if you think about it, Russell Wilson get good in the play action. Arthur Smith loves his play action. You got two decent running backs. You have some wide receiver action. Guess what? Russell Wilson going to be cooking in Pittsburgh, baby. And I'm going to be laughing at this guy right here. Because Sean Payton don't like Russell Wilson. We got him for like
the thing about stats. They do not apply. They do not apply to Russell Wilson. They just don't. Any stat you find, if it's a Russell Wilson stat, it does not correlate to any other players across the league. They are only for him. You can't predict anything off of those stats. They make no sense. And the more you study Russell Wilson stats, the dumber you get. I guarantee that.
Look at you. You must have studied a lot of Russell Wilson.
I've said it 1,000 times. If the Steelers run the ball well next year, he's going to look fine. And everybody's going to make fun of me. I know it.
I think that's what's
I'm
going to
gonna
happen.
dunk
I think
on
they
you.
are going to run the ball.
Yeah.
I mean, they've invested heavily in their line. You have 2 decent running backs. Jalen Warren's going to burst through. Najee Harris is your power option. Like, here's the thing. They're not going to expect Russell Wilson to be Seattle Russell Wilson. They're expecting him to be last year's Russell Wilson, who was a guy who, wasn't embarrassing out there, but he's like a low-end starter. That's what they're looking for.
Yeah,
Speaking
that's exactly
of
what he is.
Russell Wilson, why don't we switch topics and go to who is going to be the worst team in the NFL this year? Predictions, let's call it right now. Worst team in the NFL.
Worst,
Ooh,
I mean,
fair.
it's got to be either the Denver Broncos or the Carolina Panthers, right?
What?
You're tanking, dude. Your
We're
quarterback
not taking. We're rebuilding with our
Bo
future,
Nix and MILF man Zach Wilson. Come on.
dude.
About time.
MILF man's engaged,
Mhm.
so
Yeah. Well,
He's-
I mean,
and it's
So
I think-
Tree,
and then
Age
technically when they have their
appropriate
kids, his wife is going to be a MILF. So
would you be willing to make a wager saying that the Pittsburgh Steelers will have a better record than the Denver Broncos? Tree?
crap.
Are you saying, Tree, that Russell Wilson's going to have a child just so he can actually be married to a MILF?
No, I'm saying Zach Wilson's going to do that, and maybe Bo Nix.
Yeah,
But what I'm saying is, and unfortunately, I got a Honda. So,
Oh, Tree got a
I
Honda.
knew we need the cheapest. No, I don't want to be donated to Ross, please. No. I'm already sacrificing the much damage, man.
So
I think the
do feel
Panthers
like
are going to
there
be
should
awful.
some sort of wager.
The
though.
Panthers are going to be brutal. But
For
It
me-
might be a tough time. It
I'm
might be.
going Panthers as the worst team again. They're going back to back in my mind. And if they don't, the Giants will be right there with them.
Okay,
Brandon
now
Perk.
we're going to talk about these. What?
Sorry, oops. Okay. I went to
Everybody sports
ESPN. Looked at their power rankings heading into the season. Am I this delusional?
No, you're not delusional, dude.
Wow.
They lost a lot of key free agents, man.
No, I know. But I'm thinking
Where are
like
the Steelers at?
I'm thinking we're
They
in
gotta
this
be
department.
mid-table.
20. We're better than the Titans.
I think it's
No,
We might be better
No.
than the Raiders.
no. I
Saints,
mean, they got Gardner
coin
Minshew.
flip.
They're better than you.
I like the Vikings down there. There we go.
Where are the Cowboys? Because we should be like 4 or 5 minimum.
Probably like 8 or 9.
8 or 9.
11.
11?
Oh,
What's
11.
up, baby?
Hardest work in common, the English language. Brought to you by Skip Bates.
Who's in the
Ooh,
top?
down 9, and they're ranked 11.
I mean, I think I saw the Steelers at 15, which would have been funny if the Steelers were above the Cowboys. But
Ooh,
That sounds
Packers
about right.
number 10, baby. Come on. Come on.
the Packers are above the Cowboys. Life
Again.
is in perfect balance. The Bengals at 9. That's a little high.
Bengals.
I mean, it relies on Joe Burrow's health. The Bills at 8, considering all their attrition.
Bills
that's
at 8 are
impressive.
actually.
Actually.
That's one.
And the Dolphins at 7. That's also high considering their defensive.
Texans, I would have high.
Texans makes sense.
Eagles.
Yeah, that makes sense. Lions makes sense.
How does
Ravens.
the Eagles above the Cowboys make sense?
Well, the Eagles actually won. Made the
Actually
Super
won
Bowl.
what? We
And-
got the same
yeah.
distance in the playoffs, and we beat them in the regular season.
Well, you
by a large
look
margin.
at
They won
last
the
year.
division.
They made the Super Bowl last year. You ever think of that?
Last year, 2 years ago, they made the Super Bowl. How
Yeah,
are
and the
Eagles
Cowboys. Guess what
not-
happened? They're one and done. They lose to it. Yeah, they didn't lose to a 7 seed, buddy. You may have won the division, but
They
you lost the
to
war.
the Bucks. They got destroyed by the Bucks.
You know,
You
it's
got
so great.
embarrassed by a rookie quarterback as a 7 seed when you should have gone far. Come
We
on,
are
man.
cursed.
You're losing
that
this
has
battle.
nothing to
From
do with that.
London to
Cursed.
Paris.
Cursed. Yeah,
All
you're
right.
cursed with bad ownership and a bad ownership. That's what you're cursed with.
I'm going to drop some knowledge on you because this is fresh on my mind. Are you guys familiar with what DVOA is?
Yeah.
It's
Defensive
It's
value over
defensive
average.
Double
adjusted
dead on
value.
arrival.
I have no
Yeah.
idea what it means, but I
It's
know what
double
it is.
that. It's defensive adjusted value over average, and the Panthers were the worst at that last year at minus 35.9%. And typically, this is a really good predictive indicator of next year. So the Panthers are very much pointing to being the worst team, but the Broncos were 24th and they lost their starting quarterback, and you're starting a rookie next year.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to be awful, Brandon. It is going to be rough.
Allow me one defense.
The Commanders are also going to be really bad next year. And here's a sneak peek for who I think is going to be terrible. The Tennessee Titans were ranked 27th last year. They lost Derrick Henry, and they don't really have options at Q.
They have Tony Pollard.
Come on.
I'm going to say one defense about the Panthers.
He gets injured and he's done. Year. Yeah, I'm just saying Panthers are going to be bad.
That's why I think the Broncos are going to be down there too. But, I mean, here's the thing. Like, if Bryce Young doesn't develop, the Panthers are going to be doo-doo water.
I can't believe you guys don't believe in my team.
You're going to be getting the D, all right, just not the 1B that you want.
I agree about the Titans. I hope Will Levis is good. He's fun to watch, but I think he started a half a season, and I think he was the most hit quarterback in the league last year. Like like there were plays where he didn't need to, and he just took hits. So that concerns me. If you're a Titans fan, can that be coached out of him? Sure. I think the Broncos improved their quarterback situation. So call me crazy. I know Bo Nix is a rookie, but he started 700,000 games in college, so I think he's ready. I think he's very ready.
He had 1 year. He was mediocre at Auburn, dude.
1 year at Auburn, he was mediocre.
You reached for a quarterback that was supposed to be an early second-round pick.
Reach for the sky.
He was great at Oregon.
As an Auburn fan,
I don't know who needs to hear this, but Bo Nix is garbage. This man was terrible at Auburn. He goes to Oregon. He runs a scheme that's fit for anyone. Can run a scheme in.
Anyone.
He is garbage.
Tim Tebow couldn't.
Trying to let you know. I'm setting expectation. He's terrible. If you're
I will
going
echo
with
that.
I can't wait to be right.
You can't be disappointed.
Right.
Go in thinking.
That's what they all say.
The guy who barely throws any interceptions, barely takes any sacks, gets rid of the ball quickly. Yeah, he's terrible.
The Giants
terrible
were
for Sean Payton.
31st in DVOA.
He's going to finish his career with more passing yards, more touchdowns, and more Super Bowls than Drew Brees. Book it.
And
he's 39 years old, entering the league.
He's garbage.
All right, I don't know how good he'll be, but I think he's better than Russell Wilson at this point.
He's not better than Russell Wilson.
I think
Russell
he's better than
Wilson
Russell Wilson.
Bo Nix will cost you games. Cost you.
I got a nickname for Bo Nix, Paxton Lynch.
Yeah, but he's not. Bo Nix is not going to win you games. That's the thing. Like,
Bo Nix has never had to play for Nathaniel Hackett, and I just don't think that wears off of you once you've had a Hackett.
That's fair. The copium's very real. But guess what? Zach Wilson played under Nathaniel Hackett. So
and we're trying to help him.
Oh yes. College Football 25 comes out next week. Will you guys be participating in this? Have you guys been anticipating the release of this? I will be starting a Florida Gators franchise. We will be winning the national championship in real life and in video game life. Are you guys down to join this journey?
So
which schools will you be representing? Which university?
So I am not going to play, which is completely derailing your question. But what I will be doing is watching my fellow content creators, like Not the Expert, Bengal. I hope Flemlo's doing one. Like all the game RBT, like all these guys that have been waiting on a new version of college football. Like, dude, Not the Expert, when he would do the dynasty mode, like that was amazing. So I'm looking forward to watching my fellow content creators doing their thing with it, but I will not be playing a single snap in that. I don't have time for that.
I'm running the triple option as well as the pistol and the spread option all in one. Stop playing. I'm ready.
I bought that just for the game.
Is it going to be on PC?
I'm sure it's all every platform.
I mean, some like Madden is on PC. I know certain games aren't on PC though. I know NHL's not on PC. NBA. Well, they don't have NBA Live, but
I'm
it
not
mostly
sure.
depends.
No one's playing on PC. No one's playing these games on PC.
Well, I don't have a system.
They're
Get a
saying it's on
PS5.
PC.
Okay,
Get a
you know what? I
PS5.
might actually invest and do some random shits and giggles. I might make
And add-
myself in the game as like a 5'3", 400-pound quarterback just throwing 10-yard ducks.
Last name Yinzer.
Salty. His first name's Salty.
Yeah, it's
Have
just
you
like
guys-
me.
Have you guys been watching at all any of the Dallas Cowboys cheerleader series on Netflix?
Wait, apparently it's not on PC. What?
Aw. No.
There's this
watched
thing
the
called
cheerleaders.
porn. I don't have to watch the cheerleaders. Like, I can just download internet porn. Like, I don't have to watch cheerleaders kick their legs up in the air. Have you ever heard of it? It's $1
Just
billion.
got really awkward really fast.
Well, guys, this has been a clickbait episode. We will see you guys back next week with a more exhilarating content.
I don't know if we should do that.
Look, people are with me. People are with me.
No, everyone's
Here.
just saying what?
Mhm.
There's one
tell you
person
what.
you're like,
Tell you
the
what.
whole chat is with me, guys.
Tell you what.
He got me. If I don't
The
know
thing I
what he
just
got me,
said is
Pete got
normal.
me.
Everybody's here.
I'll tell you what, Tom. So what's going on in your life right now, man?
Oh, just trying to get these reaction videos out. I'm writing the next team right now. I got 13 left to do. It's July. We're trying to make.
Do
it
you
happen.
always do every team?
Ever since 2018, I think was the last time I didn't.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
That
They
is
just take
crazy.
forever. Like this is the Seahawks one I did today. Like
Oh my
that's,
God.
Let me zoom
Oh,
in
yeah.
on that
'Cause
bad
it's-
boy. I want to see
who
if I
did they
can
sign? Who did they trade for? Like, what are the themes throughout their season? And then going to a whole bunch of different social media and message boards and all that great
Oh,
stuff.
I know.
Right?
I know the struggle and the grind.
Do you ever
especially
just
when
get
you're not
sick of
doing
it?
in real time? That's the
There's
worst.
these particular episodes, yes, because when it's July and I'm like, man, like I gotta go back like a year and a half. Like I gotta go back to like last January. It gets to be a pain in the ass. I like doing them during the season because it's good. But yeah, these just take a long time. So if there's this team that like didn't have a particularly interesting season, it's like, okay, but yeah, we get them done.
Mhm.
We get
That's
them.
fair.
Mhm.
I only know about that because I'm currently doing the same thing right now with the NBA though and free agency. So
There you go.
putting out all the teams that are making moves in free agency.
Who would you say had the least interesting season last year? Like,
Didn't you
who
guys sign
just-
KCP?
We did. Thank you for that. Get lit.
He's a good player. You're gonna
Yes,
enjoy
we need his
KCP.
threes, and his defense is going to go
Yeah.
crazy.
We got Aaron Gordon. Now we're giving you KCP. Even Stevens.
I don't know about that.
Season.
I do miss Aaron Gordon. Shouts out.
Shh. Even Stevens. Tree.
Maybe.
Who won NBA free agency? Who did the best thing?
I'll tell you who didn't win NBA free agency because it's really speculative who won.
Question.
The Kings got DeMar DeRozan.
Oh, that's right. Will and I were talking. Well, Will told me.
Yeah, there are some teams that made
Playoffs.
some good moves, but the thing is, there are some teams that made no moves, like the Lakers. The Lakers lost free agents.
Hey, the Lakers
Bronny
got
James.
Bronny James, and they're
Got
paying him
Bronny.
$8 million guaranteed. That's big money, man. They got
Yeah,
LeBron
so the
James'
Lakers
podcast
basically-
co-host. So let's see
LeBron-
what.
LeBron literally said, "I'll take less money if you can sign someone," and then they weren't able to sign anyone. So the Lakers got bodied. The Clippers literally lost Paul George for nothing because now they got these rules: the first apron and the second
Playoffs,
apron.
What's
Not to
wrong
get-
with losing a key player
What
for
is-
nothing? Is what I say.
Yeah.
What is this?
I think
with
that
the-
helps your team sometimes.
But they lost Paul George and didn't really get anything back. They're having a terrible offseason, and so are the Warriors. Really,
Mhm.
every California team except Sacramento did the worst in free
Good.
agency.
I'll be rooting.
Yeah,
for
the
them.
Warriors, they lost Klay Thompson. Like the
Yeah,
Yeah, but
integral
Clay
piece
was
of
on
their-
the decline, though.
He is ever since he tried to dunk and tore his ACL to shreds. But yeah, that's got to hurt. That's like losing one of your, big pieces of your championship team. Do you remember when what was his name, Lakem or whatever? He wrote a letter to the NBA basically saying like, we're gonna dominate you forever, when they won like their 3rd championship, and now what's happening?
Who wrote that letter?
Their owner was like, dude, we're building an infinite dynasty, was essentially what he said. And yeah, that karma smacked him in the face.
I think Klay Thompson is actually a great fit for the Mavs, because with Klay Thompson going to the Mavs, he doesn't have to do anything but catch and shoot. That's what they needed. They were one of the worst catch and shoot teams, the Mavs were, in the NBA last year. He doesn't have to create space. That's what Kyrie's for. That's what Luka's for. So I'm very interested to see how this plays out for the Mavs going forward.
Who was the best catch and shoot team last year?
Bucks and 6.
I have no idea off the top of my head. I'd have to look that up.
Was it Sacramento?
No idea.
Which team had like 6 dribbles all season long?
That'd be an interesting video.
So, since we're talking about nothing, let me get your guys' opinion on this.
Catch and shoot's nothing, huh?
Would you guys rather have CD Lamb or Jamar Chase as your wide receiver?
Jamar Chase.
Jamar
And
Chase.
And why?
To annoy you?
Better deep threat.
Yep.
To annoy you?
More well-rounded.
Scooter Magruder.
Because if you pull up the stats and you compare them, statistically, Jamar Chase has only had 1 season better than CD Lamb. Every other season, CD Lamb got him.
Who's the quarterback, though?
Plus healthy. Plus he stays healthy longer.
Your quarterback is Jameis Winston. Go.
Oh, God.
I think I want Jamar
In that
Chase.
case, if it's Jameis Winston, then I'm going with CeeDee Lamb. Like CeeDee Lamb is gonna make up for a lot of mistakes.
He 51% of the offense.
Everyone's just saying Chase.
They're
He makes
both
up
really
for-
good. I think the difference between CeeDee Lamb and Jamar Chase was that Jamar Chase was dominant the moment he stepped on the field once the regular season started. Because if you remember the preseason with Jamar Chase,
dropping.
it was like, oh, this guy sucks. He can't catch a football. He's got 10 drops or something. CD grew into, he had to develop a little bit, and he was good. He was better than Jerry Jeudy right away, and he was better than Henry Ruggs, the guys that were drafted ahead of him in that draft. Right now, though, like CD's coming off an insane season. I think Jamar will get more credit just because he was explosive right away, and him and Burrow, that first season together was nuts.
Ooh, the millionth new member.
But I think they're both great. I think like you're splitting hairs when you're talking about those 2 receivers.
Because I tweeted this. Who would you rather have? And then everyone's in my mention. It's not close. Jamar Chase is so much. It's like, bro, it is actually
very close.
It literally depends on whatever your value. So, I mean, I just wanted to get
CD
your
had
guys.
an insane year last year.
But don't you think that's a little apples to orange comparison? Like CD's a different type of receiver. Like Chase is smaller, and he's going to work more on the outside. CD's going to be a little bit more in the middle. I mean, it's kind of apples to oranges to me.
Oh no, aren't they both like 6'2"? Well, I guess Jamar's 6 foot. CD's 6'2".
It's also skewed because Jamar got to go with his, basically his college roommate to the NFL. Like they had been playing together for 2 years, won a natty together, and then CD and Dak had to develop some chemistry. You saw, CD wasn't.
And you got to keep in mind too, when CD came in, he was not the number 1 option. There was Amari Cooper there. He was the number 2 option. So,
yeah,
at least you got good trade value for him.
Yeah.
I just don't. Yeah, you got a 5th rounder, right?
I think CeeDee Lamb is a guy that, like, if you don't have another wide receiver, he's a great option because he could just be your wide receiver 1. I think Jamar Chase might be a little bit more physically, like, a better, like, prospect, I would say. And I know he has, like, T. Higgins, had Tyler Boyd, had the guy who looks like Adam Cole. But, yeah, I don't know. I think if you just want, like, a wide receiver 1 who's just going to be super productive, you go with CD. But I think for, like, a little bit of a higher ceiling, I go Jamar. But it's like right there. And again, depends on what team you're building.
I have an interesting question. Do you guys think that Justin Jefferson ever returns to elite Justin Jefferson?
No.
Depends on the quarterback.
He'll be as good as he was. Yeah, I don't know about who's getting him the ball.
Like
JJ
absolutely
McCarthy.
1,000
But
yards.
his stats will not reflect how good he is because now he has J.J. McCarthy throwing him the ball. So,
I mean,
that-
he was dealing
I'm
with
just-
injuries last year, so we couldn't really get Justin Jefferson at his full potential.
Who do you think has a better year next year in terms of guys that were once at the top? Justin Jefferson or Stephon Diggs?
Devontae Adams.
Jefferson.
I would go Jefferson. Savon Diggs has to fight
All
with
right,
Nico
throw
Collins and
Adams.
Tank Hill.
Yeah. Throw Adams into that conversation.
Gardner
Who out
Minshew
of
and
those
Devontae's
three?
gonna cook. They're gonna cook together.
I do like
Gardner
that.
Minshew is a better quarterback than what the Broncos.
Where's the
have.
lie? Dude, I mean, listen, he's not like elite, but he was good for the Colts last year. Like, I think the amount of like Devontae was still putting up some pretty good numbers. Like 2 years, I think they'll be fine.
With Aiden O'Connell? Yeah.
They should
That's
allow
the
Gardner
AFC,
Minshew to play in jean shorts, cut off jean shorts. If they did
That
that,
would be amazing.
he
Then
would
Gardner
win
Minshew would
MVP. Yeah.
Honestly, he should wear a jean shirt and cut off like the sleeves.
Oh, that would be
peak
such
Gardner
a
Minshew.
yeah.
No, what he should wear
The
is
handlebar
John-
mustache works.
the John Elway like midriff shirt, just it's just cut off like right here and jean shorts, no
need to-
pads, just Gardner just out there.
Yes. You need to talk to some of the minor league baseball teams, Adam. They always wear some weird shit, right? So like we need the denim, the Dallas denims or the Durham denims, and their thing is full on Canadian tuxedo. They play in only denim based uniforms. All cut
That
offs
would be
too.
cool.
All cut offs.
Mhm.
And actually they're not cut off. But once they get on base, then they get to cut off a sleeve. They get more maneuverable as
I like that.
the better they play.
I like
It
that.
would be
It's
hilarious
incentivizing.
if the pants were cut off jeans, but the legs were painted onto the pants, so it looked like they were wearing cutoffs.
Yeah.
And then the shirts were like sleeveless, so it just
Pretty great, though.
looked funny. That would be
I've
awesome.
done nude figure drawing. I went to art school.
So did I.
Yeah.
I drew a lot of naked people.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's weird.
It's not weird. It seems
It's weird.
you forget that you're drawing a naked person after a while. You're just
I
like,
do.
oh, I'm in class, and
I wonder
Hold
how
on.
much you get
I'm
paid
gonna
to be a
call,
naked person.
hold on, 5. You forgot that you were drawing a naked you of all people on this panel, right? You,
Trust me.
You're just like, guys, it's just
just the body.
it's just
Listen.
art. It's just art,
Listen.
guys.
Yeah.
listen,
I
I
don't
want
know
to tell you
about that one,
something.
buddy.
You exaggerate the figures, man. That seems like
No. If you have seen the nude models, like you want to forget that you're drawing a nude person. Like you want it to be
There's
as
5.
clinical.
There he is.
and
For a
as-
second, he went away for a minute. All right.
No, you want like I was a very serious art student. I was very good, and like
We
you're
saw the boat.
studying the light. Yeah, you're studying the light. You're studying how it hits the reflection. Like it's kind of like playing sports where you're just like, oh, I'm out here. I'm forgetting about the crowd. You just completely detach from the fact that you're drawing a naked person because you have to concentrate on making your art look good. And plus, trust me, no one there is anyone that you would be like, oh wow.
If I modeled,
is
would it just be like a white piece of paper, and that would be it's like I'm done.
I said like how much
I did it.
how much
guys.
do they get paid just
right
to
there.
like strip down like a couple like $100 in a beer?
It's
Here's
pretty
my Tom.
good. I remember I ran into one of the models outside of class. And
Oh yeah,
asked
you ran
them-
into him.
Yeah, you ran in. Uh-huh.
No, I was just like,
Where
how
you
much do you
going?
make?
It's probably the middle-aged dude with the huge beer gut. I know you.
Your student Adam keeps following me after class. And you ask him to stop.
I just want to see how the light reflects off of you.
Yeah.
Very serious. Okay. I mean, we saw the boat. That was still, I think, one of the greatest clickbait punishments. I was asked which one for everybody was the best, and I said for 5. Learning that you could actually paint and draw was like, damn. It was good.
Actually, here, I'll show you one of my. I'll get my.
Adam's
one of
good.
my pieces off the wall.
Oh, we're gonna see 5's nudes.
Whenever I did the nude drawings, all the nude people just ended up looking like weird versions of me.
That's fine.
All right, let's see what we got here.
I drew
Oh.
this. This was a shirt on my wall in college, and I just drew it, and it's like super detailed.
That's pretty
You
good.
drew that?
Yeah. Yeah, I
What'd
was
you
pretty
use
serious
there?
art student.
Spray
No.
I
paint?
used Micron
No.
pens.
No.
And like also I did graffiti for a while. Like I'm
Okay.
actually a pretty decent graffiti
So,
artist. Like
5, did you like just kind of
Yeah,
like fall
do
out of
that.
it? Like you just didn't want to do it? That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's nice.
yeah,
Like, do you still
Full of
do it on the
secrets.
side for like you?
I do.
Or- Okay.
I actually still draw.
You
if
should
I
do
get really
time lapse
bored.
drawing videos.
Those are really hard to set up. They're like you have
got
to kind of
time.
have a whole.
You got time.
It's the off season. Of course you could.
Got time.
Like here, let me find like a decent graffiti. Oh yeah, I would do like 3D graffiti. And
What
stuff
the
like that.
heck?
Book is
Okay,
this
all
book
right.
is
Does
so
anyone
old.
else- Does anyone else here have any other
I was-
talents that we do not know about?
I was into you know, the devil's lettuce back then. So there's a lot of
I mean, you
drawing.
still are, dude.
What do you mean? I wouldn't do such a thing. That's
I guarantee-
so crazy.
Can we
No
see
one
your
has,
that shirt again? That shirt, the jacket
one?
shirt, the drawing shirt.
Oh yeah. You want to see it?
All right. Whoever finds the hidden penis first wins. I guarantee you, there's a hidden dick in there, Adam.
It looks like there's one right there, like the next to the sleeve on the right side. If you go over just a little bit, looks like there's a little bit of a
There's the
shaft
penis.
in the head there. I think that's it.
I did not. I was a serious artist. I would not put penises in my art. That's
Yes.
ridiculous.
Yes.
Like I did that later.
Mhm.
So, 5,
No,
was it
the-
something that you just didn't want to pursue, like after a while? Is it because just like,
So-
hey, like money's tough with this?
I went to VCU, which is like an elite art school, and my roommate was so good. And then we had other friends that were even better. And I was like, if there are guys like this
That's
out
fair.
there, then I cannot. I'm not going to compete. They're doing it 3 times better than me than in half the time. And I was like, there's just no way that if I'm going to make it, like, it's kind of like that average athlete that's like on the team and he's like, you know, it's his 4th year and he's like, man, I'm not even starting. Like, that's how I felt. Those guys were so good.
No, it's
So
like
good.
being a good athlete on your high school team and then going to college and being like, oh God, I suck. I played with terrible athletes and was just
See,
the best of them.
That was me with soccer because like I was thrown in the goal because I was just like the tall, lanky kid, and I played it for a few years, and I was like, oh, I guess I'm like okay at this. Like I'm pretty solid. And then I tried out for varsity, and I was like, nope, I'm not. I'm not. We're done.
That
It's
was
very
programming.
humbling when you see somebody do what you love so much better than
So much
you,
better.
And yes, and you're just like, oh man, if that's who I can, I'm not even as good as him. And
I feel
he's
that way
struggling.
still every time I watch anybody's YouTube video that is not mine. Like, oh fuck.
Yeah, like every time I watch baseball doesn't exist, I'm just like, why is this guy so much better than me? Like every one of his videos is like that much better.
That's fair.
Anyways,
That was me with programming, though. I took programming 1 in college, and I thought I was going to be a hacker, the next big thing, because this was when 24 was out, and you know they had that girl hacker on the show. I was like, "Oh, and then I took programming 2, and
It's hard. It's time consuming.
said,
You're
doing
just punching
film
code for like.
production. I'm switching immediately.
Mhm.
Raise your hand if you've had your social media account hacked this year. Oh, heck yeah, Scooter. Yeah.
Yeah, join the
So-
club. You guys are
Club,
Eskimo.
yeah.
Oh,
hack
quick
club.
question, Brandon. How did that happen?
Yeah,
I'm
what
just
happened?
curious.
I want to
Bro,
know.
yeah.
Tell the story.
I've
of
been
what
waiting.
I need
happened.
to.
End us with
I had
how
a
this
meeting.
happened and how you
Elon
got
Musk.
it back.
Elon duped me. Elon
did.
gave me a phone call. He said, listen, Brandon, you're doing a lot of cool things here on Twitter. We're going to send you a message about a copyright problem on your Twitter account. When you get that message, definitely click on the link. I said, okay, Elon, that's what I'm going to do. And I got a message about a copyright thing. And I was like, oh, fuck, what video got claimed by Twitter? And it's like, you can fix it here. So like this account, what it does is it hacks into your account. It was hacking into accounts that had like decent sized followings. So, and then they rebrand the entire account, put up some like X help name, And so like I looked at it real quick and there's like 250,000 followers. I was like, oh, this must be their help thing or whatever. Clicked the link, went into a meeting, and 10 minutes into the meeting, Tom
I texted you. I called you.
Me. My Discord, they were telling me it was just my account was gone. Just freaking gone.
So just by clicking on the link, you're done.
Yeah.
Basically.
I didn't have, yeah. And it's like,
You didn't enter in any information.
no, it was just that
It's
gave
probably
them
'cause you were
access
logged
to
in.
whatever.
Yeah,
because
if
it was
you're
like
They're
a
trying to have a
message to
backdoor.
me. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So they
Dang.
changed my
a big
password.
fan.
They
Was
did all
this
that stuff.
through an email? Like, did you get an email or a text?
Yeah. I got an email, and it looked like it was from Twitter. And
Scooter
I
is
clicked it
so
in my,
into this right now because his
Mhm.
security brain is like going off right now. Just be like, listen,
No.
Like, how can I hack Brandon?
And like I
dude,
told
help
Tom,
me
I
with
like
security stuff.
everybody was like, "Oh, you should have a password that's not password, Brandon.
Mm-mm.
You should have two." I have all that. I have all that shit, but it was
password
in,
1 2 3
it
4
was in
5.
my it was in my messages. I messed up, but they got me.
Did
It
you have
looked real.
two-factor on?
Gotcha.
Yeah. I had all that, but
So then, how did you end up getting it back?
the Twitter help support whatever, I had to email them, and they actually took care of it quickly. But you get a message saying they're working on it, and then you hear nothing else. Like they're like, it'll take
I
an
know the
hour. This will
feeling,
take
bro.
6. Like you're just in the dark. You're like, are
Yeah.
you working on it?
You're
though?
like, you're hacked. Hey, we're working on it. We'll get
Yeah.
back to you. And you're just sitting
Uh-huh.
there, and you're just like,
And then it was like 9:30 that night. I got an email saying they fixed it. So I was like, all right.
Yeah, we fixed it. Mhm.
Like like
Dang.
Aaron Nagler literally
So
like
yours-
it took
it was just
weeks,
one day for you,
like
Brandon?
weeks and weeks.
Yeah.
My
Mine
question
was
is
like 3
why?
days. I was
why is it-
freaking
why are you
out
unable-
internally.
Why are you unable to change your profile pic?
I just was able to change that back. After your account gets jacked, when they give it back to you, there's like a review period, and there's also they don't tell you you can do this, you can change everything in 3 days or whatever. They're just like, your account's under review, you can't change anything. And then I was able to change the profile picture, but I couldn't change my name. And so it's just been like a step-by-step process to get back.
You had 96,000 followers. Who has the most out of?
I
how many
lost
do you
like
have?
1,500
I
after,
was
while
at,
I was
I was
hacked.
at
Yeah.
I think I was at 123,000.
Nice.
How many do you have, Tom?
I think it's 97. I used to like keep track, but then the
I don't
site-
You're
really
at
care.
97K,
I mean, like-
and Scooter has.
I just wanted to get to 100K and just like I don't care what else happens.
It means
yeah,
nothing.
Scooter, you
now.
probably have the most out of all of us.
Scooter's flexing. Scooter's.
I only
Scooter's
wanted
dunking.
100,000 followers on YouTube, like 100,000 subscribers.
all I
Everything
care about is
past that
YouTube.
is extra.
YouTube's #1, babe. That's it.
Yep.
Is there
All right.
anything else pressing that you guys would like to discuss?
Yo, you guys been watching the Euros?
Yes.
They've been good. It's been good.
I have been rooting for England to get to the final, and then so England is like the Toronto Maple Leafs,
Why are
the
you
New York
rooting for our
Mets.
oppressor?
Listen, I'm arriving to the point. England is like the New York Jets, the Mets, the Maple Leafs, the every team on earth that had, or like the Cowboys a little bit, that had past glory one year and they still reference that. I wanted them to make the final and then get devastated by Spain.
Dude,
Because
Spain
it's
has
funny
been-
just watching the English just melt down when they're just like, oh, I can't believe what, I can't believe it's happened to us again. And that to me is the funniest part of watching
I see
England
what
fans
you're
just
going for.
suffer.
You're going for ultimate
Mhm.
heartbreak. I got you.
Yes.
It's on Sunday.
Yes.
Are they
Mhm.
going to get a Sir Francis Drake of soccer for him that defeats the Spanish Armada?
Like, England loves football so much. Like, if they win a World Cup, like if that were to happen in 2026, they're knighting every player and the coach, like from that day forward. Like the king will get a sword and knight them right there on the field. That's how much of a big deal it is. But to me, it's even bigger. It's even more hilarious to just watch them choke like in the biggest moments. It's very funny.
Are they the Dallas Cowboys of the European.
Well, they won one in 1966, and that's all they can freaking talk about. And that was almost 80. That was over 80 years ago. Okay, like yo,
So they're
get
going to
a
be
new
like
one.
the Eagles.
Yeah. It's just like yo, you won one, great, that's amazing, but yeah, you keep bringing it up.
Is that Broncos
This
sign
coming
behind you intentionally in the shape of an L,
That's from
Brandon?
30 and 30, actually. That was
Yeah.
the Kansas
Some-
City. And it was
Some
from a
Chiefs
fan.
fans made this from me.
Yeah. I literally put it in my my suitcase and brought it over. I was like, here you go, buddy.
I still have your Old Bay, by the way, Tom.
Let's go.
That's
That's
from Baltimore.
crazy.
I got my Old Bay right in the listen.
Brandon
Also,
is still the only member of Clickbait I have not met. That's also wild.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, you guys
I,
were going to come out here this summer, remember?
We were.
Yeah, I thought
and
we
then-
were. What happened then?
Well, we still
And
got
then the
summer
views
just got
started
away from
tanking.
us.
Just
Oh,
like
yeah.
this show, the effort was low.
That's what it
No.
should be. Low effort
That hit
sports. That's just
Low effort.
That we should
sports.
change it from clickbait to low effort sports.
yeah. We're all
Well,
tired.
and clickbait, it's kind of low effort sometimes. So.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For
clickbait
sure.
is very low effort. I like those sports channels where they have terrible thumbnails where there's like an alligator in the middle of the pitch, like eating a player. And I'm just like, they're like most dramatic moments in Premier League football. And it's like, or it's like two players like kissing or something. And you're just like, what is this?
The
clickbait
ultimate
garbage?
clickbait.
Yes.
We need to up
I'm
our
like-
game.
Yeah, we do need to up our game. Anyways,
What
were
do you
you
guys
trying
got
to
coming
wrap
out?
up, Scooter? Oh, go ahead.
No, I said, what do you guys got coming out?
No, I was letting
After
somebody
this,
else go.
I will have Magic fans during free agency coming out. Shout out KCP. Once again, Brandon, I appreciate you. And we just filmed Kings fans during free agency today. So that'll be out tomorrow.
There you go. 5.
I have these are the stats that predict future NFL success. These are the magic stats that
Did you land on a
tell
thumb?
you
Give us one.
What's that?
Did you land on your
Oh.
thumbnail?
You could also do A/B testing now. I haven't done it yet, but you could do both.
So you would think that turnover differential would be a big indicator of who's going to be good, but last year, guess who led the league in turnover differential?
The
Can you
Cowboys.
ask him about a thumb, Perna?
What?
Yeah,
The
Oh, I
Broncos.
asked him which stat. Give us one stat.
gotcha.
Guess who led the league in turnover differential?
The
last
Cowboys.
year? It was a tie. No, it was a tie between the Ravens and the New York Giants. So it's not exactly a good indicator, but there is another stat called it's called yards. Hold on. I'm looking at it right now. I forget. I read it today and there's another stat that incorporates special teams, offense and defense, and it's really good. But you'll have to watch the video. So it's coming out immediately after this, like at
Ooh.
6
Fair.
o'clock.
That is
Hey,
fair.
Adam, what's your favorite beer? I just replaced the serpentine belt in my car. Is that what you were asking? No, Adam. That was not at all what I asked you.
Yeah.
But now we know your video's coming out.
It's Killian's, by the way.
Partner, what do you got coming out, buddy?
We did a WNBA video yesterday. Go watch that.
Really?
Huh? Look at me. And
Okay.
then tomorrow I got
Crap.
why
No,
free
it's
agents
very-
why a bunch of free agents aren't signed. The real reason these free agents aren't signed.
Oh yeah, that's clickbait. fire right
Thank you,
there.
Anita.
I hate you,
Anita
Anita.
Sherrier.
Anita.
I hate you. I hate you.
Anita 8-win season from the Giants next year. That's what I need.
Ah.
Tree, what do you got coming out?
Well, I just released a video on NHL free agency sports ball. Next
remember.
video's coming out, or MLB All-Star Break Haters Guide. So I'm gonna start writing that tonight.
Hell yeah.
How'd the Avs do in free agency, in your opinion?
They didn't really do much. The problem is you're losing Nichushkin for 6 months. He might be gone for a longer. And then Landeskog, I don't know what's happening with him. Mostly it's just smaller moves because you don't have enough cap to do anything. So it's just you kind
That's
of tread
exactly what
water.
I was thinking. It was exactly.
I know the
my
Kraken
thought.
did pretty well.
Oh, Triple A, dude! I lost last punishment, dude. I'm supposed to sweat and get it signed by Russell Wilson.
That's true.
Oh yes, please not me. Yes, it's not me. Oh thank God.
Oh,
Thank God,
Oh
it's not me.
wow!
Yes, yes,
Oh!
yes, yes. Yes.
Tom
thank
getting
God.
punished.
Yes.
Has been.
Yes. Yes.
Has
yes.
been fun thinking
Yes.
somebody
Oh,
else
this is
would
the greatest day
win.
of my life.
Lose.
We got to think of something. Let's go to the countdown right now, actually. Let's head to the countdown.
Plenty of
Let's
time.
do
to
it.
calm
man.
Get your
I don't. Come on. We were so close. I was at $0 for like half the show. 1, 8, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 4. I just blew the score. Come on. It rhymes. I don't know. Thanks, Hasbin. It's really nice. I still gotta buy the Caleb Williams dress. I couldn't find the exact one still. I gotta find a proper replacement. God, I have too much to do.
Has been just for that. You are getting the Russell Wilson signed sweaty shirt.
I'll start us off.
yes.
I'm at
send it to 'em.
$2. I'm safe.
Ooh, oh, dude,
I
wish I had $2.
I got $32. Thank you, Coach Peel Basketball, Brendan and Brendan Rigera. Appreciate it.
Perna.
The money goes forward.
224.42.
Ooh, actually, I just barely beat you. 225.16.
That would have been bad.
That would have been fascinating.
I was gonna eat 100 tacos too. Oh well.
I was at $63.61, and now I'm at $363.61.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
What does Tommy got to do?
All right, I already got to do the Caleb Williams one. I got to do the muffins. I got to do those two ones. I have not forgotten.
Do I?
I think he should have to
I
get
have a couple
$100
questions
worth of
still.
tacos.
I
Can
have
we
the
just
OnlyFans
transfer
and
the
the
taco,
sweaty Russell
the
Wilson.
taco thing to Tom?
Well, that's more Lord Taco for Perna. There's lore there. Lord Taco
Okay.
donates like $100 to Perna
Every
GPS.
time.
He pays.
Ooh, I like this one. Stream the Euro final.
Ooh.
How is that
That's
a
not a bad
punishment?
Ooh.
It's on.
He gets to make money. What a terrible
And then he-
punishment.
Yeah.
Do you want
One, I don't think it's punishment, but two, I don't think I can
Oh, darn it.
because it's at
He had to check
noon
his
on
schedule.
Sunday.
Noon on Sunday. It's not
You
convenient
know
for
what?
you.
I would totally do this. I would totally recreate or dress up as Joe Hendry. I would 1,000,000% do that.
That's a good one.
It's a meme wrestler.
What's-
That would be pretty great.
Okay. And then do the show as Joe Hendry?
I could do the show as Joe Hendry.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would love to
happily do
see
that.
you do the show as like Ric Flair. That would be amazing. Just with a blonde. Yeah.
Just start bleeding all over. Just why not? Start bleeding.
Yes.
I do know about that. I haven't had a chance to see it though, because I just don't have the 8 hours to check it out right now. But I heard because it came out. What was that, last year?
Yeah.
Those are so good, but yeah, you have to like dedicate 8 hours of your life to a YouTube series, which is a big ask.
Tom Hendry, his brother.
Seahawks fan reaction came out today. I have the July Q&A at 6:30, so in like 40 minutes. So there we go. Boom.
Fair enough, everyone.
Let's rock.
Definitely.
I'm gonna go get tacos after this. That's what I'm doing.
Nice.
I'm
Sounds
hungry
good
for some
now.
tacos. You guys talked about it. I'm gonna go be about it.
This has been another exhilarating clickbait episode.
High
That would be a
preparation.
punishment.
Wow.
That would be a
Ooh,
punishment.
I
wow.
hope you guys enjoy
Ooh, you could stream the home run derby though. That would be entertaining. I'd watch you watch the home run derby.
I have streamed baseball one time, and it was because it was before the ESPN interview with Aaron Rodgers when like we didn't know what he was doing, and I was streaming it, and I just no, that wasn't good. Wasn't good.
Ooh, Tree, you want to stream the home run derby? On the
I'm
dumpster
actually
fire?
doing a